Are you lacking motivation? Well, stay tuned and be motivated. Good day, this is Paul, and welcome to Inspiring You. 2022 is here, and we started this year off by making a goal that we're going to what? Reset our lives. In the last two episodes, I shared with you 3 words, and they was motivation, inspiration, and determination. The question I have for you, are you still motivated? Are you still being inspired? And is your determination still strong? Well, today I'm going to focus on staying motivated. Because if we don't stay motivated, we will not reset our lives. And if we're not resetting our lives, we're either going nowhere at all or we're stepping back. And we don't want to step back. What is motivation to you? How do you motivate yourself? I like to say for myself, I consider myself a self-motivated person. Because when I reflect on my years of growing up, whatever I wanted to do, I saw myself doing it before I was doing it. So in other words, I saw the end before the beginning. And so that was my beginning part of being motivated. Because I was self-motivating myself towards that dream, towards that goal, or towards that vision. Some people need someone to give them a boost, someone to push them into becoming motivated to attain something. Now, granted, there have been times in my life where someone did come along and sort of give me a motivational boost. You may ask, what do I mean by a motivational boost? Case in point, many years ago, I had a dream, I had a vision to produce my own fitness videos. But I wasn't too sure how I was going to get that product done. But nevertheless, the vision, the desire was in me. I spent countless hours just watching fitness videos, watching how they were shot, paying attention to what words the instructor was saying, paying attention to how the camera frames were shot. But still, I didn't know how I was going to get that done. But I like to say there are people that I call God's angels. These are people who come into your life for a brief moment. They're not there to stay with you. They're not there to hold your hand. They just give you that motivational boost that you need at that moment. And what I'm going to say is this. There was a woman by the name of Coco, and I didn't even know her from Adam. And she reached out to me through social media, and she said to me that I can take my talents further than I have already. And I was listening to her, but she gave me some specific instructions on how I can get that fitness DVD show going. Now, I followed her instructions to the T, and it became true. And so Coco was what I call a motivational boost. She gave me some ideals, she gave me some instructions, and I followed them, and I fulfilled that vision or that dream. Now, my point is this. She just gave me the instructions. To me, people who I consider angels just give you instructions or advice. But the bottom line is you have to decide what you're going to do with that information. Are you going to follow through with it? Or are you just going to just sit back and do nothing? Now, I could have had the mindset at that time that this is just someone I'm meeting on social media. I never knew her from Adam, or should I say, I never knew her from Jane, okay? However, something inside of me said, follow through. So I follow through and I follow those instructions. So what I'm saying to you, if an angel comes along and gives you some advice, some instructions, and you know that's a motivational boost and it's going to get you motivated and up to go forward towards your vision and your dream, you should act on it. It is my heart desire that I may be that motivational angel to many, many people all over the world. I will bring to you tips, instructions on how you can get motivated and go forth towards that vision or that dream, or as we're saying here in 2022, to reset your life. See, resetting our lives and going forth into our dreams is not just going to bless us, but it will bless the world that is waiting for our vision to come forth. Now, there are times where I'm not motivated, and that may strike some people. How could a person with all my energy not be motivated? It's this simple truth. Motivation is not based solely on feelings, because I don't always feel motivated. However, I have discovered in my life when I don't feel motivated, but the vision inside of me, I can still see it. It hasn't come to pass yet, but I'm still proceeding towards it. Because of that vision, that dream in me, it causes me to rise up and take the action that I need to do. I have discovered that once I started taking that action, usually the emotions or the feelings come after the fact. So the feelings are not first. It's the belief, the vision, the dream in you that comes first. Now, I also discovered with motivation that you have to really, really believe that what you're doing is what you should be doing. You have to really, really believe that what you're doing is going to benefit others. You have to really, really believe that what you're pursuing is going to enhance you as well. You have to overcome many obstacles, as I mentioned before, because obstacles are always going to be present. Now, one of the other things I like to talk about motivation is that I see that motivation comes in like streams. In other words, today you're on top of the mountain of motivation. You're being very creative, very expressive. You're getting things accomplished. You're saying, I did that. You feel really great about what you have accomplished today. But it can be followed by what I call a slump into the valley, where you just don't feel, as I said a few seconds ago, you don't feel motivated. You don't even think motivated. It's just that you're at a point where you just fell into this slump, into this valley. But you know, you don't always stay in the valley. Life was never meant to stay in the valley. But there is something tiny, something small that sparks, and you start coming up out of that valley slowly. Now, sometimes you have to be mindful, observant of who's around you when you're in the valley, when you're in the slump. Because some people are anti-motivators. They have no desire to motivate you. In fact, they would be happy if you would stay right in the valley of slump. You know why? Because they have no vision for themselves. They cannot see how valuable and worth they are as a human being. They have not come in contact with their talents and abilities within themselves that are so rich that the world is waiting to receive. So those who have that mindset, you have to be careful not to let them latch on to you or like a monkey on your back, and you find yourself waddling down there in the valley of slump with them. In fact, you guys might even have a slumber party. You know, you might be partying on the weekend down in the valley of slump. But then just that little spark, just a tiny spark that says to you, what are you doing down here in the valley of slump? Wake up. Get out of that stuff, okay? Now, I do that to myself. Let's call that self-talk. Sometimes I talk to my soul and say, you know what? No, I am not going to stay down here in the valley of slump. No, I have that dream, that vision that I want to pursue. No. And I say, soul, snap out of it. Mind, snap out of it. You got to talk to yourself at times and really point the finger at yourself. One ideal may be to go into the mirror and point the finger at yourself and say, you know what? No, we're not staying down in that slump. No, we're going to get up and we're going to get moving. No, there are things I got to do. No, I am not staying down. You have to talk to yourself. Self-talk is good. You probably heard people say, you know, he or she is talking to themselves over there. But what they don't know what a positive self-motivator that is to people who do self-talk. Now let me make a little disclaimer here. Not all self-talk is good. And what I mean, when you do self-talk as doubt, when you do self-talk that criticize yourself in a negative way, when you do self-talk that says, what's the use? Why even do it? That is not good self-talk. That's the self-talk that I call loco or crazy. But you have to practice the art of self-positive talk to yourself. You can be, in fact, I believe that you are your best motivator. So I have a question. Now that we are in 2022 and you decided to reset your life, how are you going about that? How are you doing? Are you resetting your life? Have you written your goals down? Have you taken any step towards resetting your life? Now, I'm not asking you to make big, giant steps, but if you just take one step at a time, you'd be surprised over time how far you have come. I believe that by the time spring comes, some of us can look over our shoulder and see just how far we have come. We can pat ourselves on the shoulders. Good job that we have done. We have discovered the art of self-motivation, the art of self-pumping yourself up, which is superior to anything exterior pumping you up. How is your inspiration going? Are you still feeling inspired? Are there things that you see in your daily life that kind of sends a spark of inspiration to you? For example, for me, one of the things that inspire me a lot is nature. When I open my curtains up in the morning and all that light comes in, it just pierces my soul, my mind, and it just lifts me up. So I love taking those motivational walks in the morning. I love taking those inspirational walks because as I'm outside in the air and looking at nature, it just speaks to me. It speaks to me in volumes. And so it gives me another sense of motivation to go forth to do what I want to do. In fact, just waking up every day to a new day is nothing but another opportunity of expressing motivation. Each day that sun rises and I awaken, it's another opportunity for me to go forward. You have to see each day as a present, as a gift. I have a saying, a new day has been given to you and to me. Let us unwrap this gift of today. No matter what's going on, we have to see this day as a gift. Won't you receive your daily gift of today? It will motivate you when you see that you've been given another opportunity to pursue that dream, to pursue that goal, and to continue to reset your life. It will motivate you. Now, part of this journey with motivation is sometimes we have to decide how we're going to respond to our critics. Yes, critics are part of our journey. We have to discern whether that criticism is good or positive criticism. Is it going to help me? Is it going to give me momentum to continue in my pursuit? Or is it negative criticism that is designed to pull me down? Now, if you're an emotional person like me, I'm a very emotional man. We have to at times kind of like step back and think what is said to us, because we can react real quick out of our emotions and make a wrong decision or choice. And that wrong decision or choice could take us off our path. So you know who you are. You know whether you're an emotional person or not. We have to step back and then process what has been said to us. In fact, whether you're an emotional person or not, you still need to step back and process what has been said to you. You need wisdom. You need knowledge. You need understanding. You need discernment. You need all these tools to help you in your journey. Well, this has been Paul today with inspiring you. Today, we're still on that path of resetting our lives in 2022. We're still on that path of pursuing the dream, the vision that is within you. Today, I share with you about motivation, being motivated, staying motivated, in spite of these circumstances that have come your way. Everyone, I want you to go forth today being inspired, having that determination quicken and alive in you afresh, and staying motivated even when you don't feel it. Have a blessed day.